In this video, I want to share with you a brand new GPT that I made for Adobe Stock to help you cross niche to find low competition niches. Hello everyone, my name is Mike. I'm a full-time print-on-demand seller. I make YouTube videos showing you how to make more money on merch on demand, Etsy, and Adobe Stock. If you like this kind of content, you get any value out of this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and like the video. Now, before I share with you that new GPT that will help you cross niche to find low competition niches, just want to do a quick sales update for Adobe Stock. So let me just get my face kind of out the way here. So today is Wednesday, January 14th, 6:08 a.m. 6:08 a.m. And for this week, let's actually just start for the year. So for the year, sitting at 43 downloads and $28 in earnings. Now the month is the same, but if we go to the week, you're going to see that I'm at 7 downloads and $5 in earnings. We can see a couple weeks ago I had this really big week right here. Last week was still pretty good, and this is where I'm at for this week. So that's where I'm at. Now let's go ahead and get into the content of the video. All right, so here we are in my school community for Adobe Stock Images. If you want, you can join my community for free. It's a freemium group, so there's a free tier and there's a paid tier. In the free tier, you get access to the community, educational content, and a daily prompt. But if you want to go, if you want more prompts, you can go ahead and sign up for the paid tier. But here is where the GPT is. So go to the classroom, and it is for premium members only. So you have to click on this button right here. I want to show you how it works. You can read a little bit about it. Click on the GPT link. And so right here is the GPT that I made, and I named it Cross Niche Stock Strategist. I've been getting a lot of messages, people asking me like how to find low competition niches for Adobe Stock, and this is one of the ways that you can do it. So basically, it's a cross niche stock image strategy for Adobe Stock. And what you can do, or the way that I like to use it, is basically just start off with like a broad niche. So in the classroom, there's a reference course, which is free. And in that reference course, there's 100 niches that you can check out, kind of like a way that you can use as a starting point. So I'm just going to start broad. I'm just going to pick a random niche that just kind of popped into my head and go with yoga. And basically what it's going to do is going to give us a bunch of cross niche ideas, and then we can kind of take those niches and we can pop them into Adobe Stock to see if they're low in competition. Okay, to help you properly, I need one quick clarification before generating stock ready ideas. Are you looking for yoga image ideas for stock photography, low competition? Okay, yes, should already know that. Okay, but let's see, when I was doing this earlier, it would ask like if I want it for marketing or for, okay, so here we go. So I'll proceed assuming you want low competition stock image ideas for buyers. Okay, so here we go. So here's one: yoga plus remote work burnout. Okay, so that could be one. Now, I don't always hit on like the first try. Right here we got yoga and aging workforce, and yoga plus mental health. So let's just go ahead and just see what we get here on this first try. So yoga cross niche with remote work. I'm going to jump on over here to whoops, that's not it. Jump on over here to Adobe Stock. I'm just going to pop that in. So yoga cross niche with remote work, and let's see what we get here. I'm looking for something that's low in competition, and look at this, right away we find one that is low. My sweet spot is under 1,000, but 2,000 is basically my cutoff work. So it looks like we were able to hit right on the first go. So right here we can find one that maybe makes sense. That like right here. So we have a person that's doing yoga with the laptop in kind of a workspace. These ones too could also work. Okay, so that's interesting. So got kind of lucky on that one, hit on the first one. Like I said, it doesn't always pop off on the first one. So let's go ahead and take a look at the second one to see if that one worked. So yoga plus aging workforce. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Okay, maybe I should just get rid of that. There we go. Whoops, need to get rid of the X. Okay, so I'm not too sure about this niche because yoga, aging workforce, like what really is that? I don't think that really makes sense. Let's go ahead and try this next one. So yoga plus mental health reset. Okay, that could work. Is there another one? Okay, so it just gives us 3, which is good, but I think we hit on the first one. So I think the first one was the best right here, which was yoga cross niche with remote work. Now let's go ahead and just try another niche. That one just pops into my head. I'm just going to go with sailing, and then we'll actually just take it. Then we'll go ahead and actually create a design or an image. So sailing plus risk management. That's kind of interesting. And it kind of like breaks it down like the buyer intent, safe subject ideas, what to avoid, variation angles. It even gives you a starter prompt. That's pretty cool. Sailing plus remote leadership. All right, let's go ahead and sailing and sustainable living. Okay, so maybe that one could work. So I'm going to go with that one. And let's see what we get here. And hopefully something low in competition. Okay, so right away we got another one low in competition, $3.49. Let's see if we can find one that kind of makes sense. I'm seeing a lot of fishing one. Sustainable living. Okay, I'm looking for something maybe like plants on a ship, not really finding it. So this one's kind of cool. And sometimes it just takes you down a rabbit hole where you just find niches that you wouldn't have thought of. You know, like this one right here. What is this? Looks like this is a shrimp fisherman. African male fisherman holding fresh fish in blue sea. Okay, so you know, maybe that could work. So, you know, I've actually been having a lot of fun with this GPT, just kind of giving me some ideas. Let's see if we can find something good here that I can make. So a canoe. Let's go ahead and maybe try a different niche. So I'm not really finding what I'm looking for. Let's go with like just a very broad niche, like maybe like dog. You know, to get more broad than that, right? So seems to really like to do these remote work ones. Okay, so maybe that could be good. Just have to get rid of that X. Now dog is usually more competitive, so 6,000. So dog on laptop, that could be one. But I like this right here. Let's see what this is. A man with his dog working at laptop. Okay, so a man working with his dog. A man with his dog working at laptop. Let's go ahead and take that, and let's see if we can get maybe some lower competition here. I think we're going to. Okay, so bam, right away we find a good one. And let's just go ahead and make something similar right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this and then pop on over to Ideogram. All right, so here we are on Ideogram, and this is where I like to create all my AI images for Adobe Stock. If you're looking for a good AI tool to make your images, I would highly recommend Ideogram. It's by far my favorite. There is an affiliate link in the description if you want to check it out. But my process or my workflow here is basically just click this upload image button right here and find the actual screenshot that we just took. Make sure it's the right one. And let's go ahead and hit describe. And this is why I like this tool so much, because of the describe feature. Now, what we can do here, we could also, you know, if we want to make different variations, so we could try to avoid getting a rejection for similar content, we could ask GPT on maybe some ways on how we can switch this up. But I'm just going to go with as is, and let's go ahead and see what we can do here. So I'm going to switch this to 16:9, and I'm going to go with the realistic tag. Now, sometimes I will add a reference. So that's one thing that's really cool about Ideogram. You can just come in here and click on the design that you just uploaded, and you can select it, and it will actually make something pretty similar. So basically, my workflow is to not use this first to see what I get, because usually I'm able to get something pretty good. But if I don't like what it gave me, then I will go ahead and use the reference to get something better. Let's just go ahead and see what we get on this first try. So 16:9 style, we want to make sure that it's realistic. And magic prompt off. Go ahead and hit generate. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so here we go. So this is what it spit out, and these actually look pretty good right here. I think that one's good. And then what I like to do here is, that one's kind of funny. I like to just use like a process of elimination. And to be honest, they all look pretty good. This is where it gets kind of difficult, because you just don't know which one to pick and which one they might accept, which one they might reject. And so basically I just try to not overthink this, and I just go with my gut, and I say which one works the best. I like the one where he's smiling like this, so it'll probably come down to these. I mean, this one's pretty good where he looks serious, one with emotion. So I think probably these two are the best. You know, you can upload both too. You know, you don't just have to upload one. So I'd probably upload this one or this one. So once I've decided on the one that I like, I'm just going to go ahead and upscale, because I like to upscale it, just try and get the highest quality possible, so that Adobe Stock will accept it. So wait for it to upscale, and then I'm going to actually go ahead and upscale it again on Upscale Media. All right, so it has finished upscaling, so I'm just going to click on it. Then I'm going to hit download, and then I'm going to jump on over to this website right here to go ahead and upscale it again. All right, so I've gone ahead and upscaled it again on this website right here called upscale.media. This is where I like to upscale all my images, whether it's for Adobe Stock or for Merch on Demand or for Etsy. You can enhance the quality if you want. Now, this is a paid tool, so you'd have to pay like 10 or 20 bucks a month, but it's my favorite. So once it's upscaled, just go ahead and hit download image, and now we can go ahead and actually upload this image to Adobe Stock. All right, so here we are on Adobe Stock, and what I want to do, or what you want to do, is just click on this upload button right here, and then click on the browse, and we're going to go ahead and find that downloaded image, which is this one right here. Let's just double check to make sure that we got the right one. Okay, so whoops, that's not it. That was the video. So right here, okay, there we go. And that looks actually pretty nice. There's a little reflection here, but hopefully that doesn't cause a rejection. So go ahead and hit enter, get my face out the way. And now we're going to go ahead and wait for it to basically upload and insert or type in all of our keywords. And the way that I like to do that is go to back to the school community and basically find the other GPT that I have. So I'm just going to go back to the classroom because I also have a GPT that I created that you can use to basically type out your title and tags. So which one is it? AI start. Oh, right here, this one. Okay, so click on the GPT link. And what's cool about this GPT is you can just go ahead and just upload the image, and it will write the title and tags for you. So just wait for this to upload and then go ahead and hit enter. Okay, so there we go. Let's go back to Adobe Stock just to see if it's uploaded yet. There, okay, there it is. Now, while ChatGPT is doing its thing with the title and tags, I just like to come in here, and I'm just going to go ahead and click on created using generative AI tools. Let them know that people are fictional, and then ChatGPT should be ready with the title. Okay, so there we go. So AI generated illustration of fictional man working from home on laptop with dog companion, remote work lifestyle, home office productivity, work-life balance, modern freelance concept. Okay, so we got some really good keywords here. I don't always do the AI generated illustration at the beginning, so you don't have to use that if you want. You can basically just just use this part. It's up to you. I've had images accepted with this, and I've also had images rejected with this, so who knows. It's really just like a mystery why they accept or reject certain designs. Let's go back here and go to the title. So 200 characters. Let's see how many characters. Sometimes it'll let us know, but it looks like we got a good amount of characters there. Let's go back to the tags. So I'm going to go ahead and select all this. And let's see how many tags we got here. So there's still 4 remaining keyword or tags that we can use. So I just like to come in here and just see if there's anything that kind of makes sense. So animal, people, home, internet, and let's see, is that 4? Oh yeah, so there we go. You want it to look like this, remaining keyword 0. And then once you've done that, you can just kind of just do a double check, make sure everything looks good. Hit submit one file. It will ask you to select the cats. They always ask you for those cats. But that is it. That is basically my workflow, and that is the GPT. So basically the GPT I like to use as a starting point to, a starting point to basically, find these low competition niches. I just type in like a broad niche. It could be anything. It could be cats, it could be dogs, it could be sailing, it could be yoga, it could be basketball, it could be coffee, it could be Jesus, it could be, there's so many broad niches. And then just basically kind of like work myself down by these cross niches that the GPT recommends, and kind of go down like these rabbit holes and just find these low competition niches. One thing that I also forgot to mention with, stock? No, not this one. Maybe it's this one. I like to have it filtered by downloads, because by default it will go to relevance, I believe, but I want to have it by downloads because now it's showing me what are the most downloaded images for these keywords right here, or for this keyword. And then I also like to have it filtered by generative AI only. So I only want to see what the best selling or the most downloaded AI images are for this keyword, and then basically do something similar. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I just want to see what is already working and then make something similar. That is how I've had success with the majority of these online income streams, whether it's print on demand, Etsy, digital downloads, stock photography, etc. All right, so that is going to be the video for today. Remember, if you want to join my school community, you can go ahead and join. It's free. Like I said, there's a free tier, paid tier. Free tier gets you a lot of goodies, but if you're looking for more to move faster, then there's also a paid option as well. All right, so let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Adios.